Hey, what's going on everybody? Pure Love coming at you with another COD video. This time we're going to be talking about the Black Ops Cold War Zombies mode. Specifically, the basics and how we're going to get through Wave 20 successfully. Now assuming you have watched the opening cutscene for Zombies, we'll go from there. So first, what's the game plan? Because just running around, well, like a zombie will get you KIA, like a zombie. As mentioned, we want to get through 20 waves with a successful Exfil. In the earlier levels, 1 through 10, it doesn't matter how much you kill the zombies, just make sure you're aware of what's going on around you. If you're having a problem hearing them, I suggest changing your audio preset to high boost. This will let you hear footsteps and the zombies' growls a little easier. After wave 10, the zombies will get significantly boosted health and speed running at you. We'll talk more about that in a bit when we discuss upgrade. So first, let's talk about the zombie points. Whenever you get a kill, you get points for it. Crit kills, i.e. headshots, will reward more points. So what exactly can you do with these points? Well, you can use these points to upgrade your weapons, buy weapons, open doors, get mystery boxes, perks, that'll give you bonus stats, buy weapons, and use the ether tunnels. So let's expand on this a little bit. So there are several weapons that you can pick up off the wall around the map using the points you acquire, all having various tiers from 2 to 5. The higher the tier, the higher the damage. However, you can physically raise the tier of the weapon yourself, which we will talk about in a bit. For starting off, there are 3 weapons I would recommend. First off would be the Gallo SA-12. You can find this in the area with the crashed airplanes as you see here. The second would be the Howler 77, which you can find inside the building where you start near the entrance to the left. Use either or for your primary. For your secondary, I would recommend the MP5 specifically for when you get the insta-kill and you have a horde of zombies chasing you. It will let you absolutely obliterate them with ease. Now it is worth noting that you will see a box with what looks like blue lightning bolts coming down from it. This is the mystery box. You have a chance of getting a random weapon, including some of the legendary weapons from this box. However, keep in mind that it will cost you 950 zombie points every time you hit it unless you get a certain item. And after a few hits, the box will move on to a random location. So now you may have noticed that as you're putting lead into the undead, that they sometimes will drop equipment. They drop both tactical and lethal equipment, and anything you can get in multiplayer, they can drop. So stem shots, decoy grenades, stuns, simtex, and other things. However, in zombies there is one tactical that they can drop that is the best and the funniest. It is the simple monkey. You wind it up and throw it at all the zombies, and all the zombies around you are drawn to it. And after a period of time, it explodes for damage. Fun. You will see crafting tables around the map also, and at these tables you can make the tacticals and lethals using the points you get from killing the zombies. So now let's talk about perks. So as we mentioned earlier, another way you can spend your points is on the perks or vending machines found around the map. There are 6 perks in totals, and they are the Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, Stamina Up, Elemental Pop, and the Deadshot Daiquiri. Well, what do? Well, the Juggernaut gives you bonus health. The Speed Cola increases reload speed by 15%. The Quick Revive reduces the time it takes to regen to full health by 50%, and reduces the time it takes to revive an ally by 50%. Stamina Up increases run and sprint speed, and the Elemental Pop makes it where every bullet has a small chance to apply a random base ammo mod effect. And lastly, the Deadshot Daiquiri makes it so aiming down sight moves to the enemy critical location and removes scope sway. So starting out fresh, I would put the order of perk grabs like this: Juggernaut, Speed Cola, Stamina Up, Quick Revive, Elemental Pop, and then the Deadshot Daiquiri is the icing on your buffed out cake. After you finish a round, you may get Ethereum Crystals, which you can then use to increase the abilities of your perks, guns, and field upgrades, so when you use them in game, they'll have even greater effect. Which brings us to our next section, field upgrades. What are the field upgrades? They are essentially your abilities. They have cooldowns, but each one has an effect that will greatly help you during your run. They do pretty much what they sound like. The Frost Blast deals AoE frost damage, the freeze, and freezes enemies in a small area. Energy Mine puts down an energy mine that detonates when shot. The Healing Aura heals everyone in your party for a fixed period of time, and the Aether Shroud allows you to hide from your enemies. Ring of Fire puts a literal ring of fire around you that burns normal zombies as they enter. So now let's touch on the salvage. So what is it? Well, it is an enemy drop that you can use to upgrade both your guns and acquire, plus upgrade your tiers. Remember we talked a little bit about tiers before, and how the higher the tier, the more damage the weapon will do. Well, salvage is how you upgrade them. There are two types of salvage. The regular, which is green, you will see this much more than the other ones, which is the high grade salvage, blue. So your first couple of upgrades will use the green salvage, however the next few will use the blue, so just keep that in mind. Here is where you go to upgrade your armor and weapons. It's right by the accelerator. And speaking of the accelerator, that brings us to our main goal of zombies, aside from killing zombies, and that is the Pack-a-Punch system. Now what is the Pack-a-Punch? It is a machine that you will get from going into the void that will let you upgrade your weapon of choice, giving it much greater firepower and speed. Some weapons, like the Gallo, it will turn into an automatic fire, while others it will increase their fire rate. Either way, it will greatly boost the weapon's power and also clip size. And for knives, it will give it more raw damage. This Pack-a-Punch is the reason why we use our zombie points to open the doors and clear debris. Our goal is to get this machine as quickly as possible so we can start upgrading. Remember, as the waves go on, the zombies will get faster and hit harder. So the quicker we can get this machine, the quicker we can start outscaling the zombies so that we are ahead of the curve. Your best strategy for doing both this Exfil and the higher level, if you choose to, is to learn how to kite the zombies out. Try to gather them up behind you and just rip into the bunch of them. Turn around and keep it moving. Now starting from 11 on, you will have the option to exfil every 5 waves. So first is 11, and then you have the option again at 16, 21, 26, and so on. So what happens at this point? Well, you will hear a message saying that exfil is available if you choose to. So you go to the area where you first started, and you will see the radio close to one of the walls while you were standing at. Interact with it, and it will trigger the exfil. Now get out your thunderwear and hold on to your shirts, because we have taken everything you've done up to this point and dialed it up to 11. You're going to have to make it from this spot first off, and then go all the way back down to where the lake is and fight off a massive horde of zombies that are trying to take you out. Your exfil helo is waiting for the zone to be cleared so it can give you a clean exfil. However, you're in a time crunch because the Russians have discovered the helo and are firing a rocket at it. So this is where your metal will be tested. Simply just clear the zone and you'll be able to leave. So there you have it. There is quite a bit of information in this basic guide on zombies, and as you progress, you will see how you can improve. I hope you find this guide useful, and I'll be putting out more guides like this dealing with the perks and field upgrades so you can upgrade them and know in the future how to use them. So please favorite, like, and subscribe so you don't miss when those go live. Take care and happy hunting.